So, what I've been thinking about lately is that the difference between receiving intuition and going into the spirals of judgment and ridiculous ideas that I go through on a regular basis is something like acceptance. And I think the main thing I've been thinking about is just that when the critic is present, it's really hard to learn. You know, their nastiness and their toxicity is so awful that it clouds everything. But that the information coming through, if it can be decoupled from any negativity, might actually be valuable. You know, it's this acceptance of the message and the rejection of the poison that it comes with that allows it to turn it on, to turn it around. You know, from trying to prove it isn't there, hating ourselves for the places where it might be there. If it can just be okay, then it helps in asking a different question. You know, I think, like, if it comes to, you know, something like wanting a partner or a friend, and my question is, why do I need this? Because of all the implications about how horrible I am that it is that I need that, then that question is only going to feed on more and more negative judgment on myself. But if I can just accept it, oh, I need to talk to someone right now, that would really help me, then I get to ask something much more open, with more air to it. Something like, what does it give me when I talk to someone? And then I get to learn more about myself. What are the things that really help move energy for me, that breathe and open, that make me feel loved? You know, the other problem with the critic is that it keys into a lot of societal stories. You know, the critic might say, look, you're a woman, you are a tease, or black men are violent and angry, or gays are oversexed, and that can make it that much more painful whenever some aspect of our behavior can be seen in the light of those stereotypes. And it can be that much more intense. Either the internalized criticism against ourselves, or trying to prove that we're not what society says we are, or defending our right to be with some of these really painful generalizations point to, but also discount. But most importantly, the critic blocks our intuition. And this is where this acceptance comes in. To be able to say, I am angry. Why? I probably have a good reason to be. Or some part of my behavior is saying yes and some part of my behavior is saying no, and that looks like teasing. And it's interesting. Why do I think I'm doing that? I probably have very good reasons for doing that. And like I always say, man, these dogmas, these stories, these ideology, whatever you want to call it, they're fucking sneaky. And they're hiding all over the place. Like it's with this loneliness example. I had all this stuff going on in my head about how you can't rely on anyone outside yourself, and you gotta take responsibility for yourself, and all I wanted to do was just call someone and say, hey.